Alright, ladies and gentlemen, it's time for game number 1. Why does the overlay say Tushkan and not Nub? I would change that. We have to do this, then this, but that's fine. We will be ready in a second. It's the heat, man. It's melting my brain, and then I do things like this. But now it should be fine. Here we go. Game number 1 between Nub and Theodosios on Twin Beaches. We have Nub as the USF. On the other side, we have Mr. Theodosios as the Wehrmacht. What we are expecting, my dear friend Daniel. Glad to have you back.
Hey everybody. Yeah, good to be back. Thanks for having me, Alvati. Excited to cast this. We have the Kettencred again, no surprise. We'll see if he continues to reverse it. I guess that lets us know he's not watching the stream, if so. And you can hear it puttering away over on the top side of the map, capping up those gimme points.
But yeah, we don't know 100% it's game number 1. Yeah, we see riflemen with heavy weapons. And USF going for the hill, for the new 8-point hill.
Yeah, I thought that was an interesting change. It definitely makes this map less punishing. It felt like before, if you fell behind in terms of the fuel control, you'd really get out-tempoed. And we saw a lot of games, especially DAC or US, just winning. Teching to the M8 or teching to the 8 rather than Black Line and winning. So games should go longer now in Twin Beaches. So curious to see how this plays out. I'm really surprised to see all these barracks openings. I managed to skim some of the VODs and it looks like maybe only Ray did WSC. Is that right? As
only
US?
Ray did it. Maybe people...
I don't know if people just aren't comfortable or the mortar changes have people scared of spamming MGs, but we'll have to see.
I think the problem is that people don't enjoy this playstyle that much. Meanwhile, Ray just loves winning, in quotation marks. So
that is a very fair point, Alvati.
So, and keep in mind, Co is not as competitive that people will do anything to win, even though it sometimes looks like that. If they don't feel like they like that playstyle that much, they won't do it, even though it's that insanely broken.
Yeah, maybe not as much as I'd like in auto match, but people definitely, I agree, will sometimes play stuff just because it feels more fun. I know I play rifles because it's more interesting than moving 30 cals around.
My personal experience, I'm a pesky meta player, right? I don't care. If MGs are on the menu, I play MGs. If something else is on the menu, I play something else.
Yeah, this is just a terrible fight here for Theodosios. Even though Nub didn't move his rifle, this single rifle squad just managing all 3.
Oh, there will be a lot of map power loss.
Yeah, he was already a little behind on tempo. He is capping up the bot side of the map though, so this isn't as devastating as it looks. He actually has better muni control right now. And he is going to deny this fuel in this bot BP, so not as bad as it looks, but obviously you don't want to retreat 3 units that early. And really, he did almost no damage to Nub. It was 3 rifle models in exchange for 6 Gren models, so pretty brutal engagement there.
Yeah. How much is a Pioneer reinforcement? Do you know that by any chance?
Oh man, not off the top of my head. It's 20-something, 22.
Is it more than a Gren or less than a Gren?
I think it's less, but yeah, I don't want to... No one quote me on this.
Yeah. So, a lot of manpower loss. On the other hand, now Nub is deciding to nearly throw his engineer.
Yeah, it didn't move it quite quick enough into combat, and so the Gren got a lot of good shots while the engineers were approaching. Gotta say, with the way the map spread is now, I think Theodosios is in a good position to go into the mid game, not doing so terribly.
Well, he's
managed to slow down the tech a lot.
He got the cutoff, but it does not matter because it's connected over the middle.
Yeah, I know. I think that's an often overlooked aspect of this map, is those +5s are kind of cutoffs in a way. Good stalling here on the cutoff from Nub. That's actually going to delay Theodosios' first vehicle significantly. Although he's pretty close to the 221 in terms of fuel if he wants it, so I think he's probably feeling okay about how this early game went.
Yeah. Nap is not that far off from his LV as well from the half track.
Yeah, just waiting on manpower.
A fuel point is
It's so
being lost.
confusing that the cat now can drive around in camo.
Point. We're losing it.
Oh yeah, it's at Vet 3, right? Yeah, Vet 3 it can camo while moving.
But I think also, didn't it just drove around in camo while it was next to cover? Or I'm just
Which shouldn't.
tripping.
Well, I wouldn't put it past the patch to have, you know, new and fun bugs, but I don't think it's supposed to do that.
Commander, we've lost a sector.
No, it's
Yeah, I
not
swear I
going
just saw it happen,
into
too.
camo. Then it was just tripping.
Uh-oh.
What is he doing?
Yeah, it looked like a bit of a... changed his mind there. Man, meanwhile, the Grens actually force off these rifles. Not sure if that was just
The grenade.
bad RNG or, yeah, the grenade did, but he looks like he was winning that fight, so yeah. Nub having some trouble
Nice try,
finding
retreat
good
grenade
fights
field.
here. Yeah, a little off. It's hard to know the retreat paths sometimes on these wide
Both
maps.
half-tracks will lead our boys to the front.
Theodosios getting Jaegers again, and we had some pretty intense discussion earlier in chat about Jaegers. People were not a big fan of them.
Yeah, I haven't been too impressed. The survivability loss seems to have hurt them a lot, but we will see them more from Theo, so we'll see how they perform. This half-track, I feel like, came out kind of late. I mean, it must be, because he's queuing up a second one, so I think some macro slippage there. And that really hurts, because one of the best things about this half-track build is how quickly it hits the field. I mean, it's usually there before counters are added, so you have this nice window to have tempo and take map control, and instead...
He cancels
map
one.
control pretty even.
Assault half-track.
Oh, he
hitting
did
the
cancel
field.
that second one.
He gets the assault half track out, so he went Pershing. We have the twisted Tootsie car on the way, but without Zooks. For all those old
It's got the
timers in
captain,
Code
which is
2.
fun.
Yeah. Did it got some changes to it? How units inside of it get their moving accuracy affected? I'm not sure.
Yes, I think it counts as moving now, is my understanding. Whereas before it was like you didn't have any debuff. Good. I love these sandbags Theo's built on the on the fuel here.
I like
full
them a lot.
coverage for these Grand squads.
And Nap decides to throw in his Pioneer and lose a lot of manpower for no reason. Satchel out though.
Okay, that's gonna destroy those bags and make these Grens get off the point. So just really didn't want him to finish that cap, I guess. He's got the muni for it. I think that's a pretty good use of the satchel.
Yeah,
He really
it's
wants to
okay.
reclaim this fuel. He's got no fuel besides the 10 outside his base right now, so it's high prio to win a fight somewhere on the map and get some fuel.
Rolling out.
According to Mirage Flam, there were no changes to the half track, to the moving accuracy, so as usual,
That'd been previous patch.
I make things up.
I remember reading something about the moving accuracy in vehicles, but maybe that was a previous patch, or maybe
gone.
you have incepted
Must
me.
take it back.
Retreat here on the fuel.
We have the 75 upgrade out. I think it's with the new skin as well.
Yeah, looks good. And
Captain
I
might
think
bite
this
the
double
dust.
half-track build with exchangeable parts is so good. I hope he uses it a lot. What I want to see him do is convert to the medical
Heal.
conversion to heal stuff on the field and then bring it back to a combat version. Don't see that too much, but I think it's pretty good.
Technically, you would say 5 fuel. 5 ammo if you get medic first and then change into quad or 75.
Oh, there you go. It's a pretty long cooldown. It's 2 minutes,
It's 2 minutes.
to swap between them. So,
We must
which I like. I think it's good design because it's a very, very flexible thing. But 2 minutes is a long time if you make the wrong choice, or if you realize you want to switch back. Like you really are locked into that decision for a pretty meaningful chunk of time. So,
Rounding automatic rifles have
it does
arrived.
require some forethought, some good decision making. Just how I like my abilities.
Yeah, I agree there. I agree. I think this is a niche ability, but a useful niche ability. You won't see it
Yeah.
every game,
No longer under our control.
but when you see it, it makes sense.
Yeah. Ketten, getting chased down. He's sending both half-tracks. He really wants to kill this Ketten, but I don't think he's going to get
No,
him.
but Ketten is a terrorist unit and never
Okay, it
dies.
is cloaking on the move. It is cloaking on the move. I did see that.
So I was not tripping.
Heavy machine gun has been requisitioned.
Pretty good game so far here from Theo on what is generally considered a U.S. favored map. Actually, might take out this M16. And it's worth noting, because of the double half-track build
Track.
and the lack of muni control on the top side for Nub, he's got no muni, so
Riflemen are being upgraded.
none of these rifles have double bar, which is going to hurt him in the mid-game here.
Yeah. Interesting to see bars. I think now going bars first and then half tracks makes more sense. People might fight me on that. But
Yeah, I don't know. The single bar isn't a huge
Requisitioning grenades for the front line.
difference maker in fights. I mean, it definitely helps, but it feels like you really want that second bar for it to really be an impactful upgrade. And if you get it really early, you're not going to have that muni. But I think, like anything, it's probably map and build dependent.
well, I think veterans runner grenadiers beat riflemen in the early veterancy, right? So that's why officer quarters build were so popular against riflemen. And with the
Right.
bars, you should offset that. But I might be wrong there. We have tier 4, by the way, up from field. We have some Stoßtruppen. I called it by the right name for the first time this tournament.
We've lost the
This
territory.
LG40 capping alone down here. This is an interesting choice. It'll probably be okay on retreat.
Just click the retreat nade.
Or like a barrage. Retreat
Oh,
barrage.
nope.
It is.
HMG team
There's the
deployed.
grenade.
Oh, here we go.
There's the barrage. Nice. Okay.
And
Nice
he
shot
gets
there
it.
from no, but he does get it. So he ends up being a pretty big mistake there. And the LG40
Friendly
is a
fire
really
might
nice...
kill him though.
Oops.
Oh, people have to get used to the friendly fire change, man. We have seen some
Yeah,
things this tournament.
yeah, and when you don't have tier 3, I feel like picking up an AT gun, even as mediocre an AT gun as LG40, feels really good. So that's a nice pickup there for the US player.
Enemy movement near a victory point.
3 casualties for the veterans. Big brain gaming.
Yeah, there's a question. Do you gain vet when you damage your own units?
They have
Oh,
Because you get vet for taking damage. So can you let the Magnus pick guys up and just farm vet on your own units?
Daniel with the big brain strats over here.
I hope that's not viable.
It would be hilarious though.
enemy forces are converging on a fuel point.
I think it would be fun to see it in one tournament game, and afterwards it would be
Territory
super
lost.
toxic.
Yeah, never again. Well, this engineer in a bit of trouble here.
We have a G43 Jaegers.
Yeah. Wow, they're missing a lot at point blank. I mean, it makes sense, right? It's hard to scope in at that range.
They have not that good at moving accuracy, right? They're not like G43 Grants in Code 2, where they have amazing moving accuracy.
Yeah.
That was a weird smoke.
Yeah, I
The
guess.
enemy have taken
Maybe he was scared of
territory
an
from us.
MG.
Yeah, could be anticipating that.
P4 number 1 from field will
Back
hit
our
the
victory
field.
point. We're losing it.
Yeah, and this is where dropping that LG40 really sucks, because if he hadn't, he'd be facing
Victory point.
almost no
under
AT.
enemy
I mean,
control.
exchangeable parts is almost off cooldown, so there'd be maybe one 75 mil, but you know, now that the LG40 is on the field, I feel like it's actually, Nub's in a position where he kind of doesn't have to stress about getting a ton more AT yet
But
until
he
the second
does,
P4 comes out.
Well, Nubs and Gold stalling into the Pershing anyways.
Yeah, he's got six and a quarter more CPs to go, so a little ways away.
Depending on how much damage he's able to do against the P4, it might be collected faster than you think.
Yeah, that's true. You do get a lot of XP for damaging vehicles.
But the most interesting question is, are we going to see a Brumbear that will act as a minesweeper like yesterday? And then just die?
Well, for Theo's sake, I'll hope not.
Command point should be sped when possible.
Do we still have no double bars? Yeah, looks like Neb's spending his munitions elsewhere, throwing a lot of grenades, I guess. And I guess he did have to replace and upgrade
One half
half track
track
as well.
The due dates are also kind of like a trap. On the one hand, they do a lot of damage, so you kind of want to throw them though. But if they don't connect and you don't do damage with them, it's just a waste of ammo.
Down. No survivors.
Oh, we lost a squad somewhere. Mr. Rifleman
Victory
died.
point has fallen into enemy control.
Oh, looks like died to that Gran up there.
And they dropped the bar.
Oops.
But he will pick it up with another bar rifleman, so in the end he will have one double bar
Commander,
rifleman.
we've lost a sector.
This is how you do it if you don't have the muni.
You just pay the tax to the LG gods and throw riflemen till you get the bar drop.
Exactly.
Enemy in control of all victory points.
We have double 75 or 76, I don't know.
75.
75.
And Theo in a dominant position here. This Ketten's been very annoying. Putting up a pretty convincing justification for building this unit. I mean, of all the maps, I think this is one of the ones that the Ketten's the best on, because it's so big and there's great sight lines for the Ketten, so it can very easily see danger coming and scoot out of the way.
I think you will be though in a lot of pain. Like the double 75s are really good with the barrage, and they kind of zone out pretty well. And I
This other
can't.
rifle.
Oh,
We've lost a squad
What?
of riflemen at the
Oops.
front.
He lost another one. Not sure what he was looking at. It was not that rifle. It was just soft retreating and went down. So now he's down to one rifle. He's got to rebuild, and that's going to slow everything else down a lot.
Logistics will reduce the cost of
He
reinforcement.
can't cancel. Oh no, he's got advanced logistics, but he's got no units to reinforce. So don't know how much good that's going to do him.
Commander, we have a large amount of command points available.
he did it to get more bars. Because he dropped it, but no, the engineer has it. Oh, glorious. Theo are such an amazing elite infantry army by double
Territory point is no
Stoßtruppen,
longer under our control.
the emotional support, G43 Gren, Jaeger.
Yeah. Yeah, and 3 Grens to merge into these Stas. So with the rifles going down, you know, there's no vet. And that means these Stas are pretty much uncontested. You know, the 75 mils can try to barrage them, but they're going to happily pop vet 1 through these MGs, and I think Neb's in a really rough position now.
But I can't stress out enough, Luftwaffe has no late game.
Enemy activity. Here are
Once the
conditions
Pershing
Yeah.
hits, you will have hard time contesting it. He has no units that can really deal with it.
Yeah. Will the Pershing come out in time is the question.
Commander,
Because you're not wrong, there's no good answer to the Pershing. He could go, you know, he's gone tier 2, so like Martyr is an option. And the fuel's going to come in so slow here, I think. I'm not sure if Nubka's even going to be able to hold his cutoff. And he doesn't have the fuel for the Pershing yet.
territory out of supply.
Pershing is 180, right?
Yeah, I believe so. So still quite a few minutes away. Unless he can get control of one of these fuels.
Captured a victory point.
He needs to regain fuel control and cut off control. Captain, by the way, has comms cable.
Yeah, it's nice having vision on points. That definitely feels good.
Give him an answer, boys.
Yeah, the double Stoßtruppen are definitely putting a strain on Nub's ability to keep map control.
He's dead.
Yeah, if you don't have a vehicle to deal with them, or like you're not sort of at or ahead of the curve with the rifle vet, it's just not an answer here for them.
Like a piece of
Oh, P4 might be the pick. No, not really. Or Nub is committing.
Won't let up. We're down to 250 points.
Can't go too far because he doesn't know where the other P4 is. It's actually kind of lurking on the other side, which I like. I think, you know, the big vulnerability of the half tracks is they're, you know, yes, they're mobile, but because they don't have a turret, they have to like really position carefully, and so it's hard for them to, you know, run around the map.
You need to keep vision on the flanks for them, otherwise they might
Yeah,
die
this,
out of
I
position.
really like this here from Theo. He's basically baited these half tracks, and now he's going to flank them.
Resources cut off.
And that might be game.
Isolated. Half track is scrapped.
Yeah, the losses do give him the CPs for the
Yeah,
the
but with no map
Pershing,
control.
but he doesn't have any map control.
Wilco. Reinforce as required, Commander.
And we've got enough muni banked for the loiter. He's at plus 72, Theo. So
Yeah, nearly 100% map control.
yeah, there are a decent amount of VPs left for Nub. Like the Pershing can theoretically win this, but it doesn't seem likely.
Enemy movement near our victory point.
It's unlocked. He's at plus 3 fuel, so it's still gonna take him a little while to get there.
He needs 180, he has no at 11 fuel, so 2
Yeah.
minutes.
Okay, here we go. Here we go. Now he's at 11. So now it's happening. But yeah, this Ketten's just been so annoying. I bet it was the Ketten that kept this fuel outside of his base.
Like, Kozak once called those units terrorist units. You never killed him.
Yeah, and it's gonna get plus 60 health pretty soon, and then it'll be even harder to kill. Oh, plus 50%. I gotta see this, because it already has the comms cables for the 33% capture rate, and then it's gonna get another plus 50%. So it's gonna be like having breakthrough on all the time on the Ketten.
Like the old Ketten in release state.
Yeah.
A victory point is under enemy control.
Chat points out Pershing can one-tap the Ketten. That's a good point. So I guess.
Hey, but you have to hit it in the first place.
NM26 Pershing.
Look how fast it is.
Command.
And it's a cam
Yeah.
all the time. Even though it should
fuel
not,
point
but
is being seized by
weirdly
the
it
enemy.
is.
All victory points are under enemy control.
Reggie 40 tried to hit it. Missed.
LG40 can't even hit regular-sized vehicles. It's never hit the Ketten.
Yeah. Pershing is out. P4 is in a pickle.
Okay, instantly gets loitered. Man, I almost wonder if he should just ignore the loiter and go for that kill. I don't know.
The damage
He
is
doesn't
not
have any
that
time.
big.
He's triple capped.
Yeah.
No, it's really not.
Nearby squads will be reinforced, Commander.
Not relative to the Pershing's health pool. He's going top here, but I feel like you really have to secure the beach outside of your base as just like a first step anytime you're coming out on this map. Otherwise, you're just always going to be flanked and you'll never hold your cutoff. But maybe just trying to avoid the loiter.
We've got wounded!
Pershing, man. If there was ever a unit that can be called a one-man army, that's the Pershing.
Yeah, no doubt about that. Really great positioning I want to call out. Theo's P4 hiding there behind the Broken Castle wall gets some really good flanking shots on the Pershing, and that move right there may seal the deal here, because now the Pershing's got to be pretty careful. And it's going to slow down Nub's return to the map.
An entire gun crew has been killed. 100 points remain.
Nap is
We're cutting it
just
close.
dying.
They're saying hi, boys! Leaving!
Pershing, man. He doesn't even have time to repair it because he needs to fight with it to keep back my
Yeah,
control.
well-
Points left for us. Here we go.
Luckily, you can repair on the move, although I think these engineers are going to get shredded by these P4s if they
Weapons
spot it.
been decrewed.
P4 is just cleaning up now.
Reports of enemy movement near our victory point.
Rifle will cap this bot point if the Ketten doesn't want to go drive and block it, so...
That should get you back in the wall.
Staving off defeat at least temporarily, but so few units left for Nub now.
That free Ketten now. Maybe with the new changes,
go.
Ketten becomes viable. A lot of capping speed with it.
Yeah, I know, I want to see it cap something. But yeah, moving at that speed cloaked is pretty nice.
So using binoculars at that free is now a disadvantage because then you reveal yourself.
Heavy machine gun has been
I think Theo could just all in and win. I think 3P4s should win. At least they should win.
Do you think? I wonder. If he can get on the flank, then yeah, for sure. From the front, I think it's a little tough. 300 armor. I'm trying to think of what the P4's pen is. I would just be nervous. With the LG-40 backing it up, I'd be nervous about diving it.
enemy movement near a victory point.
Pershing can't be everywhere, and it's his army. So if it's at the top VP, he can't hold the bot VP.
Yeah.
Someone get us out of here.
Rifleman ready.
Maybe sit on the beach so it's easier to hold the VPs there.
Yeah, absolutely. I think anytime you're in this kind of position on this map, you just gotta go beach. It's the only way to hold two VPs with one unit.
The problem is though, Jesus Christ. Pershing not fooling around.
No, these guys are just gonna get ran out. But this could be an opportunity for the P4s here. Oh. Stas goes down a little too quickly. P4's not gonna have an opportunity. And now these Jaegers are probably gonna go down too, right? Because they have to run through all this stuff and then through the Pershing.
We're down to 25 points.
But only 25 VPs in the bank. Ah, he can focus.
P4's making sure.
The enemy is stealing our munitions point.
Does he have a loader ready? He does, okay.
Yeah.
Lost the weapon crew.
Yeah, that's good. Oh, really clean game from Theo. Felt like some missed micros from Nub, but GG. And some good warm-up play there.
Yeah, for sure. It went really, really well. If you leave Theo the room, he will get really strong. He just lacks some... He's not really aggressive in the early game. Or overall.
Yeah.
I think in the current meta, that's not that good for him. We have seen that in the earlier sets when he needs to build up army, he wants to get his units out, he wants to play like safe in his corner, and this does not work out. But if your player gives him the room to do that, he will just scale and scale and scale. Right, ladies and gentlemen, we are back. I was muted, but I didn't spill any beans, so that's fine. And here we go. We are game number 2 between Theodosios and Nap on Twin Beaches. We have Theodosios as... Oh, let's start with Nap as Africa Corps. We have on the other side Theodosios as
WSC going up.
USF. What are we expecting, my dear friend Daniel?
Well, we're getting, I think, what you'd assume against Stack, which is a WSC open. Rifles definitely hard to use against well-microed 250. And actually Pathfinders getting selected after the 3rd scout, so some optimization there, making sure he's getting his subsequent units out as fast as possible. So I think we'll see some MGs, we'll see some bazooka squads, and we'll see some half-tracks.
Good old half-track gaming. I wish the main faction for half-tracks would have been Africa Corps and not USF, but I guess that's the timeline we live in.
Hey, you know.
I can drop some useless World War II facts. That the battle or the doctrine for the Americans actually did not emphasize the use of half-tracks as much as the Germans did. Basically, the USF used half-tracks as battle taxis or as supply trucks for rough terrain. Meanwhile, the Germans really emphasized the half-tracks as an assault unit where units would jump out during an attack to or close into the enemy and then jump out of it.
Bazooka squad reporting in.
Oh, so you're saying assault grenadiers are historically accurate? All right.
Yes.
This early cutoff play from Nub, I think, is going to end up costing him. It's going to be pretty easy to block the cap and losing this much HP and models on the PG squad early is just so costly for Dak, and he's gaining.
He's losing more and more.
So that's really bad. He is going to sneak in this cap on this middle fuel, but I doubt he'll hold it very long. That said, so there is a bright spot here for Nub, which is that Theo went Bazooka Squad first instead of MG, which is the safer play, but it's also the far weaker in terms of just direct combat, and it's going to let this PG stall here. So Nub will retain a fuel advantage for at least until this MG can hit the field and get over to the fuel.
It's really interesting to see the Zook squad that early, because I think 250 kind of fell out of favor of the meta. We see it obviously from time to time, but it's not a safe bet as it used to be. Basically, people rely on the bike as a CA buff, so Zooks really that early feels like a mistake.
Yeah, I agree, and especially with the engineer, because I think that the risk with the 250 is, I mean, if you go MG instead of the Zook squad, the 250 can flank your MG. But if you have an engineer squad, that's enough. Like, their DPS close-up is good against the 250, so I think that's all the protection you need against a dive. And then if you see the 250, you keep the engineer by your 30 cal, and then you just get the bazooka squad later. But now what Theo opted to do for it is giving Neb some breathing room I think he otherwise wouldn't have had.
Yeah, but I still think Dak is... I know we see it a lot in this tournament, but Dak doesn't perform that well so far. Maybe people are picking it over Wehrmacht because feel like Wehrmacht isn't that good anymore due to the recent nerfs, even though I would disagree with that. Dak just struggled so much with map control, and with the nerf to the flag, which is really substantial, that it loses its ability to stun the unit that chases it.
Sector lost. No contact.
I don't know if that's the right faction to pick.
Yeah, I think some of it's probably, you alluded to earlier, people playing what they like and what feels good more than what's agreed upon 100% strongest in the meta.
Yeah.
And Nub is an aggressive player. He likes to go forward, and Dak is certainly the Axis faction that wants to do that, right? So I think it may just be a personal preference kind of thing. Also, this big map, as we saw, Ketten really good, but obviously Krad is great on this map, and I think as much as this is a good USF map, it also feels like a pretty good Dak map because of the huge sides make stuff like the 8-rad and the flak frilling all the more appealing.
The thing is, though, if Nap is able to play around the MGs without getting boxed into a corner, he will be fine.
Yeah, so far so good, I gotta say, for Nub. I think despite what was a kind of questionable push onto the cutoff, we can see that one poor PG still struggling to get HP back. His map control's good. He had control of both plus 16 munis, so his muni income's been great. He's at plus 56 right now. And he's comfortably teching to the flak frilling. Well, we're just seeing the support center go up for Theodosios, so it's gonna be a little while where it's just this bazooka squad.
That's really late tech.
Yeah, he had a pretty greedy, double MG and the bazooka squad and the
he built
engineer,
like
so
5
big tier 0.
Tier 0 units, tier 1 units, yeah, so it will take some time. No S-mines yet.
He does have them unlocked.
We have...
Flak frilling catches this engineer building. That's gotta hurt.
That might be a goner. Nope. He crushed his own wire. He got slowed. Oh, MG button.
Yeah, wow, I don't see button very often. This is so funny. This PJ is very early because of how late Theodosios' tech is.
So he gave up the damage reduction to button, or the increase to the DR.
Yeah, it saved him here, I think. But man, that one bazooka squad holding off the whole Africa core here and buying time for this half-track to come out.
He's, by the way, not allowed to use his 250. He needs heals so desperately.
Yeah, he is retreating all the PGs now, but man, this flak filling window's closing. Half-track's probably going to start upgrading. Yeah, there's the 75 mil coming in. And despite a good early game, I don't know how he breaks this blob in the middle now that the half track is out, you know? It's going to require some really good micro and or some really clever play, because with 2 MGs and the bazooka squad and the half track and triple pathfinder, he's going to have to just position godlike with these PGs to get anything done.
Beginning improvements to our infantry logistics.
Well, he needs to play around on the flanks with the quad and hope that he's able to catch the 75 off guard.
Yeah. Yeah, this is actually... Oh, no! Oh, no! Oh, whoa! That was so lucky. That was like a... No, wait. 120, 120. Oh, okay. Yeah, it does survive with 10 HP. Wow.
My heart stopped there for a second.
Yeah, that's GG, I think, if that goes down, but it does not, so he's okay still. Yeah, this is one of the maps where I actually really... I prefer 8-rad, because it's a little bit faster. You know, it has the ability to crush stuff a little easier, and it just lets you play the flanks better.
And also with its recent buffs, I think it's really viable now.
Yeah, Rex the half tracks. I mean, what I like about it versus WSC is it's better at chasing down stuff like bazookas and half tracks, and because it's faster and a little bit beefier, you know, it's better at all-inning the half tracks. The flak filling, you're kind of playing US's game where the flak filling wants to go slow and it needs support. Oh, nice grenade.
The new grenades show their strength.
Yeah. Theodosios probably should have just satcheled that MG, to be honest.
Yeah, giving up an MG to deck is a huge, huge thing.
Yeah. He has a good answer to the MG in the barrage from the 75 mil, but it's still obviously, you know, I've said this a million times, but giving up weapons teams is a 2-unit differential, so it's always really huge when you give something up, especially something as good as the 30 cal.
So, I see something unusual happening on the deck, Army. Second quad.
Yeah, so, you know, I don't hate this. I think that, again, mobility is so important on this map, and, like, there's a window here. If Theodosios doesn't get a second half-track, where this is going to be pretty unexpected, and so the all-in here, with the PJs plus double flak filling, you should just destroy the half-track easily. And then there's one bazooka squad that double flak filling should kill no problem, right? So I really like this idea. And with the paratroopers getting dropped instead of the AT gun, I actually think there's real potential here for a good all-in from Nub. He just has to pull the trigger before it's too late.
The question, does he have the ball to do that in the tournament?
Bingo fuel in. Heading back to base.
Yeah, well, for his sake, I hope so. I think if he doesn't do it, he's just going to slowly lose, so...
Yeah.
We're going.
Here we go.
Oh! No, this isn't a commit. This isn't a full send.
They've captured a victory point.
Oh, it doesn't get out of the... Where's the other
He's
flak
going
filling?
in!
He's forgotten
going
his
in!
other flak filling, though. This is not how this was meant to go.
Veterancy 1! Half-track is running!
Oh!
It has to reload! Who wins?
M3 half-track has been destroyed.
Wow, so I gotta say, not ideal micro here from Nub.
Kill point is being lost.
And yeah, no, it ends up being a 1-for-1, which I really don't think you want as Dak. And he lost those 3 PJ models and the 250. If he had just right-clicked...
He might get to the
You know, people make fun of... Oh, another 30 cal does go over. I was gonna say, people make fun of other folks for single control group their vehicles, but if he had just single control group right-clicked, I think he destroys Theo. But he didn't, and he forgot about a whole flak filling, and what would go, you know, should have been a great all-in is just kind of a whatever trade.
But it really showed the strength of Mark Target, reducing ammo just enough so small ops could penetrate it from the front.
Yeah, no, great play there with the captain, but yeah, just you hate to see it. Feels like a real missed opportunity. I think Nub had I love this idea of getting the second flak filling and all-inning, but you have to actually all-in.
If you go in, do it. Don't hesitate. Once the all-in is going, you have to go all-in. Don't hesitate.
Hesitation is defeat. Oh, this sweeper retreating for Nub is in big trouble. Surely we'll see a retreat grenade from these paras.
We've lost the territory sector.
No, doesn't even need it, I think. Yeah. That hurts a lot. You really want that extra repair speed.
The enemy is stealing our munitions point. A victory point is under attack. We must act.
The question though is what's his fierce game plan? Will he stay forever on tier 2, just heavy infantry with some half-tracks in the back line, that he does not care if he trades?
One of our sectors
If he's
is now-
deciding to go
We
up,
have taken our victory
trading
point.
might not be the best thing for him.
Yeah. Yeah, my assumption is that the end game here is upgun Shermans. I think 76 Sherman with paratroopers was always a
Lost
popular
control of the
strategy
sector.
with MSC. Now that you can go ISC and get the 76 Shermans, I think it's just an even better strategy because it makes supporting paratroopers easier because you can get the upgrades from ISC if
Advanced
you want. and-
logistics, so you don't bleed to death.
Yeah, weapons teams. You can get the survival training, so all your weapons teams. I mean, especially with the DR that you're getting on both the paras and the MGs, it makes that extra 10 HP even more valuable. Right? There's scaling there. So, I think, yeah, gonna be an uphill battle here for Nub.
He has 2 30 though.
That's true, and that's a big difference maker. There's not, I mean, with triple Pathfinder, that shouldn't be a big deal, but I don't know that we have any utility packages. I think that needs to be a prioritized upgrade for Theo. He's got the supply drop, so it's not like munitions are an issue, and he keeps getting forced back by these 30 cals, but he has triple path, so just spend the 25 muni, man.
Best 25 menu you ever spent.
I'm not sure you can get a better deal, honestly, in Co for 25 muni.
45 ammo for the Brit artillery.
Yeah, but that's one time, right? It's not it's not
yeah.
permanent.
But it feels
Still overrun.
permanent, Kappa.
Theirs now.
It does. It does. You're not wrong.
Well, both are taking up to their respective end tech.
Yeah, feels a little scarier when US does it than when DAC does it.
This P4 comes out with 600 HP and does nothing but dying.
Yeah, I don't think we have.
We don't have any
Down to 300
upgrades.
points, Commander.
We do have smoke, no VSL, but
Jesus, this
least he has
nade! Killing 4 models. I think if you go for improved explosives, though, you get full wipes with those nades.
yeah, something I didn't think about is the improved explosives on with the new grenades has got to be just terrifying, as you say.
I'm talking about that the whole tournament, but I think once people realize that Canadian shock flame nades and infantry section buff nades made the flame nades even stronger,
For rocket strikes in our
people
sector.
will
Yeah.
just spam those.
Yeah. Man, I just realized this season hold is even better than I thought, though, because it's 15% DR, but you get 20 DR at Vet 2. So that's 30. You have the same DR like almost as the 30 cal on these paratroopers, which is terrifying. It's a 6-man squad with 110 HP. So good luck forcing them off.
Just suppress them.
You know, one other thing, I really I love this build versus DAC, and one other reason it's so good is what Theo just unlocked, the dual P-47 rocket strike, pretty much counters the Tiger, which is like your one
Enemy
late game
movement,
option
victory point.
as DAC, so it just feels like Theo has all the answers at this
Well,
point.
I think Nub can go full P3 spam. He has anti-tank Overwatch and Shushrug tactics. Even though it's not
Yeah,
as
that's a good
strong
point.
as against single targets. But if he's able to catch off guard a unit, it's dead.
Yeah, and against the P-47, you know, I guess there's no rifle, but like you can just Captain Sprint, Bazooka Squad, Satchel or whatever and do the same thing. And yeah, it just feels really risky going Tiger into Airborne, so I think maybe P3 train is the safest option here. We'll see what he does. He's got 80 fuel, so we'll know soon if he's going P3 or if he's banking for the Tiger.
Enemy activity.
But I have to admit that I'm a bigger fan of tier 2.5 with Panzerjäger Command, Mardas and Stux.
Yeah, I
Really
agree.
cost efficient.
I think Dak really wants to dominate that mid game, and the stubby stugs are pretty hard to deal with. Especially with these greedy US builds where it's just the half track and the Bazooka squad.
yeah, especially once they have Veteran C2 with them extra armor, the Zooks are not able to penetrate them that often anymore. You actually can fight them back.
Yeah, well, it will be the P3L coming out, so same time as the Sherman. So
But the
gonna
Sherman
get
is
big breaded
like
a little bit here.
But the Sherman is like a billion times better.
Sherman tank.
Yeah, it'll be a fair-ish fight until the upgun comes in, which I'm sure won't take too long. But 45 more armor on the front. I'm not sure if it has more pen too, but yeah, it's gonna be rough for this P3. We do have the Shrek though on the Panzerjäger, so he does have other AT options against the superior armor of the Sherman. But could see a Pathfinder
that's
go
a
down
goner.
here.
Pathfinder.
250 points.
Yeah. Whole machine gun's doing work. Yeah, Assassin kindly giving us the pen values there for the P3, and it does show how outmatched it is versus the Sherman.
Yeah, P3 has to run and backed up. Oh no! That's oh, he can drive through it, never mind.
Yeah, he doesn't matter, he's in so much trouble.
In famous I got a plate smoke, but even that can't save you. And no, he does not have enough ammo for his snare.
No muni, so not even gonna get the return kill on the half track. He does pick up a third 30 cal, so there's a minor victory there for Nub. And honestly, Theo's army is pretty small. He's definitely still in the lead. He's got great map control and he's up a tank, but it's pretty funny how many machine guns he's now gifted to Nub.
The the Shrek just bounced on the Sherman front.
To see it.
Good to yeah. AT gun call in from Nub. By the way, I think Theodosios is losing those MGs on purpose to clock the manpower upkeep from Nub and his pop cap.
Wow. Real forehead play there.
200 points. Heavy machine gun has been requisitioned.
Yeah, I don't know what. It's so weird. I think Nap has such a good army, but he's not able to keep field presence. And now with the Sherman train starting, this will become even harder.
I think he's not patient enough with his PGs, and also I'd really like to see him move this med truck forward. If he was just played slow with his PGs and backed them off, he could maybe kind of try to out-tempo Theo by having the on-field reinforce. And there's only one, as far as direct combat units goes, that there's two paths. The single engineer, captain, para, MG. It feels like triple 30 cal plus triple PG beats that, and then you just have to worry about dealing with the Sherman. And you do have an AT gun, right?
Yeah,
but
it should
not
be like
able
that.
to leverage that. But
Flak will die, and that's game.
gonna die.
Nice second ground. Now bombing would be way better than the rocket run.
Yeah. You can just see that, Nub's able to win this infantry engagement with, a third of his forces here. Just imagine, if he just played a little differently with these 30 cals and PGs, easier said than done, of course.
Yeah.
Did we get the upgun now for Theo? Yeah, there it is.
Not sure about the, like, where on the skill scale Theo and Nub are placed. I would put generally Theo higher, but I might be wrong there.
76mm conversion completed.
Yeah, I feel like Nub's pretty inconsistent. I don't want to give a number or rate him because I haven't seen him play in a while. But Theo's been pretty consistently top 10. I don't know that Nub's ever really been there in terms of tournament play. I think he's more of like a top 50 player-ish. But I haven't. But again, I haven't looked at the leaderboards in a minute, so you know, it's hard to say. Man, look at the MGs on the Shermans.
They don't
are just
respect your
shredding this
feelings, man.
pack. Yeah. This is never gonna get recruited now.
The insult to injury rocket run.
Reports of enemy movement near our victory
Gets the
point.
MG!
Yeah, it does more damage, I think, than people think to non-vehicles.
Victory point now under enemy control.
Yeah, once again, Theo showing, you know, very, very cautious early and mid, but very willing to go close it in late, and that's exactly what he's done.
2-0 for Mr. Theodosios. Alright, ladies and gentlemen. You know what time it is? It's time for our second finals, the loser brackets finals. Jesus, so many finals. Winner brackets finals, loser bracket finals, and then grand finals.
Finals. You've had finals, but what about second finals?
Finals are always the best. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, we will be back in a couple of minutes. Grab something to eat, something to drink. I think we are in for a banger.
We want to thank our website patrons. This is by far the best way to support MetaPlays. Your contribution helps keep the project sustainable and allows us to produce more and better content. If you aren't yet a patron, check out our link in the description and get in touch to collect your perks. We will see you the next time.